Givi and everyone watching at home, thanks for being here. It's great to have you on the Jackalope podcast, where we talk all things wild, hunting, fishing, and especially the untold campfire stories that seem almost unbelievable.
Well, I'm pleased to be here and thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed your last podcast and I wished to be in one like this.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. It was, it was definitely an interesting conversation with Ali. He had some cool stories with his uncle.
Yeah,
That was kind of crazy. But you're from Serbia, right?
Serbia, yes.
Brilliant. What's it like in terms of the wildlife in Serbia, that kind of thing? Is it quite rural, foresty?
Uh, well, in different parts, it is. Down to the south,
Mm.
it's more of a mountains and there's more wildlife than I think any of the Serbia, but uh, also every part of the Serbia has its own in terms of
Mm.
animal
Mm.
population and rurality. It has their own basics. So, but I
Yeah.
think down to the south is the most where you can find. It's not that populated like the
Yeah.
center.
It's kind of rural down south, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. And do you live around the south, or are you further north? Is that where all the towns and
No,
cities are?
I'm a bit north.
Okay.
Uh, I'm actually let me tell you. Do you want to hear about the city? I can tell
Yeah,
you.
sure.
It's called Požarevac, which is
Okay.
bordering the Romania.
Interesting. So it's right on the border, is it?
Yeah, it's not
Pretty much,
really.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's near the border. It's really close.
Interesting. Oh, that's brilliant, man. You told me that you like hunting. So
Yes, I do.
whereabouts do you hunt? Do you have to travel south, or are there locations you can just pick up the
No,
rifle and...
no, no. Actually,
Hmm.
sorry for going
No,
in your word.
no worries at all. Go
Uh,
ahead.
we have here we also have mountains, but not that much.
Hmm.
We're more flat area.
Okay.
We do have some mountains near, where there is a national park, called Đerdap, which is
Ah,
right on the border with Romania. We don't hunt there.
it's
But
protected.
yeah, it's kind of protected.
Hmm.
Uh, so I'm not quite sure. I haven't studied about it, but we don't go. Our group does not go over there.
Oh, are you part of a
We're
group? How does that work?
Yeah, it's a hunting. How can I translate it?
Like a
It's a
club?
hunting. Yeah, like a hunting club. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and we basically go hunting what we have. It's sometimes we have different seasons for different animals,
Of course, yeah.
but pheasants,
Mm.
rabbits, and jackals.
Jackals. Oh,
And
interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
I sent you the pictures.
Yeah, absolutely.
uh, Jackals
Yeah.
and red foxes. Red fox and jackals, you can hunt them anytime, because they're how can I say it? They're the ones that
Pests?
have to be hunted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So in terms of conservation, you have to hunt them to keep the numbers down?
Yeah, yeah, to keep the numbers down, and because of uh the animals that people have, they go inside and
Yep.
get the birds and
Yep.
chickens and everything. You have to lower down the population of the red fox and jackals. It's overpopulated.
Interesting. So when you hunt these jackals and foxes, do you
Mm-hmm.
do you skin them? Do people skin them usually? Take the
Uh,
fur or the meat, or how does that work?
Actually, cause you have when you take their tail off
Mm.
and bring it to the club,
Yep.
uh, the county that oversees that club, they pay you for what
Wow.
you killed.
That's crazy. How much do you get for a fox?
For a fox, let's say $10 if
Wow.
we in American. Yeah, around that. And most of people, us, we pay that shotgun shells or ammunition for our carabins.
Wow,
You know,
that's insane. So,
we
so you're
everything we
basically, sorry, my bad. So you're
no,
basically like a bounty hunter, but for foxes, right?
yeah, foxes and jackals. Yeah,
Wow.
because they're constantly hunted, but we can only hunt from. Let me just translate that for you. I mean, for me, because I'm not
Yeah.
Native
No
American
worries.
English speaker.
No worries at all.
Uh, just 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. I think what's really interesting
Hmm.
is that with the conservation, you know, the governments and the communities have that money that they can give out to hunters like yourself. Like it must
Hmm.
be a real problem for these jackals and foxes to.
Yes, I showed you the
Yeah,
picture. You see
yeah,
how big
I
they
saw.
are,
Yeah,
and
those.
how
Oh, yeah, those things are massive.
yes, yes, and they're pretty fast.
Yeah,
We hunt on Sunday, and
hunt on
Sunday is the
Sunday.
day. Just Sunday,
Wow, is
just
that like a
Sunday.
legal thing?
Yeah, just we only legally can hunt on Sunday. Every
Whoa.
other day, we're not permitted to go hunting.
Ah,
Um, sometimes, sometimes people also go at Saturdays, but from certain time. So in uh, and Sunday, you can go hunt during all the time,
yep,
like during the
yep.
day, whole day.
Throughout the whole day. Yep.
Yes. But on the Saturday, you can only hunt from like 4 or 5 a.m.
Hmm.
to 12 or 13 a.m. You know, like
Oh, wow.
you can go. You can't go like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. You know, that's not permitted.
Interesting. So that must be all to do with keeping the numbers at the right level, because you don't want to
Yes.
overhunt, but you don't want to underhunt as well. I didn't realize um, Serbia had such strict conservation.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We
Yeah.
do.
That's
Also,
really.
if we go hunting and there's like 10 of us in a group
Yep.
currently,
Yep.
uh, we're we're going at least like if we can get at least two the max number of pheasants we're gonna hunt is two per person,
Yep.
nothing over. When we hunt
Interesting.
jackals, we try to hunt as much as we can, but it's really hard. It's really hard.
Why is
Um,
that? Are they fast or?
they are fast and they know how to hide.
Yeah.
Uh, it's actually we have open areas like fields
Mm.
where they
Yep.
go, but we have also forests like dense forests where
Mm.
they go in and just tuck down in the ground in the grass and we can't find them. So that's why we have dogs, but um, they tend to run really fast and really far away.
Wow. Could the dog theoretically get injured by the jackal?
No, I haven't witnessed
Okay.
any
Okay.
of those because jackals get scared and they run.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Uh, yeah, but we train dogs not to get scared,
Yep.
not even from the gunshots.
Wow.
That's mm-hmm.
There's some pretty intense dogs. Like, are these the kind of dogs you keep outside in the kennels? They're not like house dogs, are they? Right?
No, they're not. We keep them like I'm not gonna say it's a dog
The kennel?
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cage, but for a dog.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have like their inside the cage. They have their a little house for eating, for everything. They have
Interesting.
everything, but we just keep them there. And once we go out to train them, we don't use guns.
Mm,
We
mm.
use firecrackers.
Wow.
So
So
we use a firecracker and
yeah.
throw it, and that's how they get more relaxed from a gunshot.
Wow. So you build up their immunity to the loud noises, right?
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes,
That's incredible. Wow.
yes.
How interesting. So does anyone in your club skin the jackals? Because that looks like a big animal. I'm looking at the picture. That could make like a.
Yeah, they do skin them, but they keep them from themselves.
Okay.
I haven't also witnessed that anyone they took them and bring them home, but I never heard of anyone eating them.
Okay,
So
so they're not really eatable meat. It's more of just like pest control, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, but I took the tails of those two that I gave you
Yeah,
the picture and gave it to my older brother, which is very passionate hunter.
yeah.
I don't know what he did with them. Maybe he skinned them. I'm not quite sure, but I took the tails for for the money to buy
Yeah.
myself new cartridges and shotgun shells.
Oh, I love that idea. The fact that you're going out. It's like it's a very healthy system. You're going out. You're keeping conservation numbers right, and in
Yeah.
return you get your trophy of the tail. You hand it in, and then they give you the money needed to go out again. It's great sustainable hunting. So I
Yes,
really like that actually.
they made a good circle,
Yeah.
as I say, um, from those parts that we do. Uh, in here, uh, it happens a lot of times that people that are not a part of club and
Right.
have a hunting license, they do uh how can I say it?
Like poaching.
Yeah, poachers. They
Mm.
do a little bit of poaching. They do have a license, but they tend to go alone.
Okay.
When we go night hunting or wild boar hunting, we go at least 3 or 4 of us.
Wow.
Not more, not less.
Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting.
but they go alone and they take everything they see.
Oh
That's why
dear.
we have it's like gamekeepers.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
We have a gamekeepers and they tend to be really scared of them.
Oh really? Are they
So
dangerous? These poachers?
uh no game poachers get scared from
Oh, I
gamekeepers
see. Okay.
because
Yeah.
in here gamekeepers are armed.
Really?
Are Yes, they have um double barrel shotguns,
No
night
way.
hunting rifles, automatic not automatic shotguns, but those ones that don't reload. I don't know how to say it
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
English.
Yeah,
They're
wow.
armed. Some of them even keep their handguns with them.
Whoa. So it's like a serious thing to go
Yes,
poaching.
yes,
Have
yes.
people been injured by these gamekeepers or even died?
I have not heard of that, but
It's
I
more of
know
a threat.
people some that got arrested,
Wow.
and the real police came and actually arrested them and took their guns.
Wow. That's a
Hmm.
crazy story. You
It's
also yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Sure. You also mentioned about wild boars. Is that hunting you do as well?
Yeah, you have a season. Um, I'm not sure. Sometimes they change the seasons. I think this one was January to March.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Hunting for wild boars, and we tend to go after like 10 p.m. So
Mm.
when it's dark,
Okay.
we have like night vision scopes
Yep.
for my Caribbean M70 Zastava M70.
Yeah. Wow.
Uh, yeah, and we also have some binoculars and infra green lights
Yeah. Yeah.
lasers.
So how big can these wild boars get? Are they big wild boars or?
My friend's father took
Mm.
out I think it was, not gonna lie to you, around 300 kilos, maybe more.
Whoa.
Wild boar.
That
Yes, it
that
was
that is a monster. Wow.
that is a monster. The biggest one I took, I think it was 120 kilos.
Whoa. So how
They
big in
tend
length do these guys get?
they can get to like one and one 160 maybe,
Yeah.
1 meter and 60 centimeters. I haven't measured them, you know.
Yeah. Whoa. That's insane.
Yeah, they tend to get really big, but there are some females they tend to go like from 50 kilos to 80.
Sure. Sure.
They don't get sometimes that big, but
Yeah.
we get when we hunt them,
Mm.
we tend to get at least one or two, not more, not less.
Really
We
interesting.
we want to keep that population.
Yeah.
So everything we do is for eating or just cleaning for the jackals, just cleaning the area from
Sure.
from
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
from our region.
So the wild boar hunting isn't for conservation; it's for food, right?
Yeah, we do mostly for food. Yes,
Okay. Because
and
yeah.
for fun, you know. It's but more thanly for food, because once we skin it, we go back to our lodge and we cook. We cook for the whole club, and
Okay.
we all eat. Yes.
Interesting. Just to clarify, you say hunting for fun. Um, do you mean hunting and then distributing the meat out? Because there are a few people, and rightly so, who'd say hunting for fun isn't a good thing to do, and you want the death of the animal to be meaningful. Is that kind of the same culture in Serbia?
Maybe I did not put it out the way I wanted to.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I
Yeah,
did not mean the fun.
yeah.
It's fun for us to
Okay.
go hunt, but it's mainly for meat and for conservations. So we, it's not like the people in USA they go bow hunting.
Mm.
That's maybe fun, but in here yeah, I enjoy hunting.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
That's
me
why I
too.
said it's
Got it.
for
Got
yeah.
it, got it. Yeah, because there's an expression, killing the animal for fun, where
No,
it's
not
like
that.
empty killing. Okay, got it, got it. Just wanted to clarify that.
We always not let's not say pray, but we always gave them their last bite. So let's say we killed the wild boar, we
Mm.
took down the branch and we put it in their mouth and take some grass or branches and cover
Really?
the wound. Yes, cover the wound of the animal.
That's so
Or
interesting. So,
and we take
yeah.
another branch and put it in our head that marks our kill.
Hold on. So, forgive me. Let me break this down a little bit. So, if you shoot a wild boar, is it once it's dead you put the branch in its mouth, or while it's
Yes,
bleeding
yes.
out?
No, once it's dead,
Yep.
once it's dead, and we make sure it's dead, we go up to it, not celebrate, we say good job to each other, you know, the one that shot it.
Absolutely. You
It was a
celebrate the
good,
kill, right? Yeah. It's hard
not
work.
not actually celebrate, but we
Okay.
say like good work, you got a
Mm.
good shot. Uh, yeah, you know what I mean.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we take a branch from a tree or a flower, and we open his mouth, put it in there, cover his wound with some branches, some leaves to make it his last bite, you know, to honor the animal that we killed.
Oh,
We take a picture and then we take it and skin it and prepare it for a lodge and for a group.
wow. That's so beautiful. I really like that. I really like that.
We
That's real
do,
respect. Yeah.
yeah, we respect what we kill because
Absolutely.
we know that those animals, if we weren't here, they would be free. I mean, they are free, but we hunt them, and if we did not hunt them, they'll live their own life. That's why we honor them once we do our thing.
Mm. That's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I really do. I think like that's a level of respect I haven't heard before.
Really?
So yeah, like usually, people will say that they respect the animal, but I've never heard of something physical like that, like putting a flower in its mouth. Like that's really lovely. Wow. And you said you
Mm-hmm.
put a branch on your own head or something like that?
Yes, yes. You take a branch to mark of a kill.
Mm.
So you put it on a branch and you hold it there the whole day. Or the whole
Really?
day.
On your head?
Yes. Yes, on your head.
Is this like a small branch or?
It's like let's say 5 centimeters branch. Just the mark that you had your kill.
Wow. And you put it in your hair or in your hat or?
Hat. If you're wearing a hat,
Oh, hat. Sorry, my
uh,
bad. Yeah.
yeah. You
Wow.
put it like in outside of your head, but holding onto your head.
That's so cool. Wow. I love
Yeah,
that. Brilliant. And these
just the
camps,
culture.
yeah, of course, the culture. And these camps that you have afterwards, are they like a big celebration where you share all the meat out in front of a big
Uh,
fire? How does it work?
that's when we get hungry. Sometimes we bring sausages or
Mm.
own meat cooking pots, and we go somewhere where it's a little bit open but not too open, and we make like a campfire and we sit there and eat. But sometimes when we get bigger kills, like a
Mm.
wild boar, uh, or a roe deer in some seasons,
Okay.
we go and tend to go in a hunting lodge and prepare it there and do everything in there. It's like a big house, but that has a huge table, and everyone just set it there, and the cooker
Yeah. Yeah.
serve serve the meat that we just get.
Wow, that's brilliant. The sense of community, the whole thing, from starting, going out, hunting the animal, shooting the animal, preparing the animal, honoring the animal's life, and then going back as a group to butcher and enjoy it. That must be such a satisfying experience from start to finish.
Yes, it is. It really is, and I enjoy every bit of it. It's it's like a therapy to me.
Yeah, yeah. It
You know
feels
what?
natural, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. I'm not type of a guy that go tend to go too much in overpopulated like cities.
Yeah.
I like nature. I
Me too.
like
Me too.
swimming, hunting, fishing, and all of these outdoor activities.
Yeah. Wow, that's really nice. I think as humans we feel more at home when we're out in nature. You know,
True,
this
true.
world isn't what we're designed for. Being out in the city with all the cars and pollution, like we're designed to be out in nature, enjoying wildlife and how life should have been lived. You know.
Of course, yeah. That's what that we began from,
Yeah.
and I think we should always have that with us. And I think the younger generations should implement something like that in their own lives and
Mm, mm,
take off some, not
yeah.
be always on their phones and
I know.
texting their friends, and
Oh yeah. It honestly, that kind of lifestyle can just rob you of the best years of your life. So
true, true,
yeah.
true.
And
I know.
when you're out and about, sorry, when you're out and about in the wilderness, the day goes slower, but also more quickly in a way. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the day feels more meaningful, so you feel like you've been out there for a long time. But sitting by a lake or sitting in a field with your gun, like time can go by in a really nice way. You know.
You enjoy it. That's
Exactly.
why. That's why. For me, going on a hunting stand,
Mm,
or like a hunting house,
yeah.
and waiting. I like that. I love that. I don't get bored. I
Exactly.
just stand there and be quiet and listen to birds and watch the rabbit go from hole to hole. Uh, I don't know, a red fox running, and if I wait for a wild boar, I'm not gonna shoot a red fox.
Yeah.
If I'm like with other three guys that I'm hunting with, we're not gonna shoot it because we're for this animal particularly,
Yeah. Yeah.
and until we get it, we're not gonna go for
Mm,
jackals and red foxes. But if we're going for pheasants and for rabbits, we of course gonna,
yeah.
when we're on the ground,
Mm, mm,
we get them. But once we're above them, we only go for a, let's say,
absolutely.
bigger game.
And again, that's a really lovely way of doing it because before you go out, you tell yourself and you tell your friends, your group, what you're going to hunt, and then you stick to that because you're hunting for the wild boar. We're not killing machines. Hunters aren't killing machines or shouldn't be killing
Mm.
machines that kill whatever moves. They should, as you say, focus on what they're hunting and stick to it and not just kill all the
Yes.
wildlife, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's for the poachers.
Exactly, exactly.
We are totally other thing. We do that for ourselves and for
Exactly.
the people.
Yeah, it's a non-selfish thing.
True. That's
Yeah.
hunting is how can I say it? It's it's not a sport,
Mm,
if some people say it's a way of life, I'd say.
that's really nice. I like that. Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Do you hunt? Do you go hunting?
Yeah, I do. It's quite interesting actually.
Mhm.
I'm a relatively new hunter. I got my first kill in 2021.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I've been hunting for barely a year and a half, which is kind of the reason why I've started this podcast because first of all, I've been a vegetarian all my life. Ironic, I know. So
Mhm.
I've never had meat my whole life. Never had bacon or chicken or beef. Um, a completely vegetarian, apart from eating fish. That was my one exception for health reasons, and because they're
Yeah.
wild. But one day I was watching Remy Warren. Um,
Yeah, I know one.
yeah, and he was saying how satisfying it is to hunt your own food, your own animals, and process the animals, and come back home, prepare the meat, and eat it. He was saying how much of a satisfying process it was, and that you really have a much deeper appreciation for the animal and in turn the meat. And I think that really resonated with me, and I thought, you know what, that makes sense, and I can tell that if I were to do that, I'd feel satisfied. And that's what I did. I hunted my first wood pigeon, cooked it
Mhm.
up, and I haven't looked back since. It's one of the most natural and wonderful ways of life, as you say.
Yes, yes. Hunting. When you hunt for your own food, you appreciate yourself. You know that you did it and not someone else. And it's
Exactly.
not from a farm. It's a wildlife. It's straight from the nature that
Yeah.
we used to do in
Mm, mm,
back in the days.
mm. And it's so much more valuable, that meat as well. Like
Yes,
you give it
yes.
such a deeper appreciation.
And it's way healthier.
Yeah,
Healthier.
exactly. You know,
Yeah.
we're not eating these birds that have been pumped by steroids to be bigger.
In the China and
Yeah,
yeah.
this is as wild as it gets.
Yeah, true. Some people, my brother actually has a house, and sometimes he has does not have a backyard, but he has like a little fence that has like how can I say it? Oof,
Hmm.
not a farm,
Like
but it's like
like a small holding or a field or something.
yeah, just for fruit crops, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we tend to go around that, and right behind his house, it's the way is the starting point where we go. So to the
Mm.
right side, it's all really dense forest, but we go to the left where it's open, and that's where we start.
Great. And about pheasant hunting, I haven't really properly spoken to you about it. So
Mm-hmm.
is that within a specific season? And what are some of the
Uh,
recipes you guys cook up?
we mainly go for pheasants, uh, any part of the season,
Mm.
but as I said, when we decide to go on one animal particularly,
Yep.
we don't go for others.
Yeah. Of course.
I expect when we go for a pheasant and rabbit, and
Sure.
then we go for red foxes and jackals.
Yep.
But
Yep.
as I said, if we go for a roe deer or a wild boar,
Wild boar. Yeah.
we just go for them, nothing else.
Great. Yeah.
So about the pheasant hunting, I have my bokerica, zastava bokerica, which is a upside down, not upside down. It's a frontal uh, shotgun.
Yep. Yep.
Um, let me. I might send you a picture,
Yeah.
but
Sure.
I know what you mean. I know
Mm.
what you mean. It's Zastava M80,
Yeah.
which is called Bokerica.
Okay. Mhm.
And we have a lot of rounds. We have birdshot, buckshot, slugs,
Mm.
but it's a pretty good gun.
Great.
It's a pretty
Great.
good gun, and most of us use that one.
Mm.
We don't go for the automatic shotguns. We
No.
like to go with
Something more classic? Is it an older gun?
it's not really older, but it's how can I say it? It's just a regular, you know, a
Yeah.
double barrel
Sure.
shotgun.
Yep. Yep.
something like that, but it's just on the other side, flipped.
Mm.
Like
Is that
I
is
don't know how to. Yeah,
yeah?
go ahead.
Is that because it's less powerful, so it's not too easy to hunt
So
animals?
you
Is that
have we say it chock, which means half of the power and the full power.
okay?
So these ones are the half.
Mm.
Uh, I'm not sure if I translate the correct way,
Mm.
but yeah, that's well, they have the same power, but something's a little different. I don't know how to translate
Sure.
it to English.
No, no worries, man.
But
Yeah.
it's a shotguns. They use slugs, buckshots, birdshot's,
Yeah. Yeah.
any type of rounds.
Brilliant,
So
man.
we mainly go with the birdshot's when we go pheasant hunting, and that's where we go up to more than around 10 of us, I'd say.
Interesting.
Around 10 of us, yes.
And you get a lot of birds after that day? You must do, right?
Oh yes, we tend to go, as I said, two pheasants per person.
Okay. Yeah, two pheasants. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, two pheasants per person, and same for the rabbits. But sometimes we tend to go one rabbit per person because they're really hard to catch.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have dogs that chase or retrieve
Yes,
the pheasants and rabbits and stuff?
yes.
Great.
Sometimes dogs does not want to retrieve the pheasants, and we have to run after them.
Is that
Uh,
because they're lazy or?
because they want to eat them.
Oh,
That's mainly.
a free
That's
meal,
mainly.
gobble one down. Yeah.
We have to put them on a leash
Yeah.
and yeah, go back and teach them a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, pheasant hunting is really fun.
Yeah.
For
For
me.
sure. For sure.
I
And
mean fun.
mm,
What I mean by fun is that I enjoy it the most
no,
of the hunt.
it's good to say fun. You know,
Yeah.
it is good fun to be out in the field and getting back to our roots. So how do you cook the pheasants? Do you have a recipe to
We
share with
make
everyone?
we can we make them they're a little bit harder than the chicken, so
Yeah.
we sometimes make soups,
Oh, okay.
pheasant soup. Sometimes we roast them like a chicken or put
Mm.
them in the oven, but when we're in a hunting group, we tend to put them on a not a stick, but on a metal stick and just
Sure.
roast them
Like
on
the
a fire.
kebabs?
No,
Kebab
no,
stick?
like the whole thing, the
Okay.
whole thing.
Interesting.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Great.
that's we all enjoy it.
Yeah. Is it a good atmosphere after in the hunting cabin? Do you guys play cards or chill out and that?
We mainly talk,
Yeah.
watch some television. I mean, older ones.
Mm. Mm.
Share our stories, how it was on the day. We just we made that community where everyone is good with everyone,
That's
and we
great.
can share anything. I can give any of those guys my car keys, and he can go out and
How nice, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's those younger people like myself
Mm.
there. Not many of them, but like let's say five of us.
Brilliant.
Other people are like 25,
That's
60 years old.
really so. There's some quite experienced people in your group.
Yes.
Have they ever shared some pretty intense stories?
Yes. Um, so let me translate this like this.
Sure.
We go on 1 second.
No worries. Take
Let
your
me
time.
translate this word. Like a wolf chase.
Oh,
So
really?
they're I said southern, down
In the
southern.
mountains?
Yeah, yeah, in the mountains.
Mm.
There are some areas that are really high up, high mountains, but there are some that are a little bit lower.
Yeah. Okay.
And every year they organize. I'm not part of them. I don't. I never had the experience to go with the older ones there,
Sure. Sure.
but they go on the wolf chases because it's overpopulated with wolves.
Really?
Yes.
Are they dangerous,
And
these
I have
wolves?
what? Sorry?
Are they dangerous, these wolves?
Yes, they are. They are dangerous. That's why over 30 to 40 people in one group go to hunt them.
30 to 40.
Yes, and they only sometimes it happens to only get one,
Wow.
and sometimes it happens to get none.
Wow. Is that because
Yes,
they're stealthy, these wolves? They're very cautious?
they are really big. I have one story to share with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You, no one, if anyone wants to believe me, he can. If he does not want to, that's his thing. But I know what happened. When I was little, I have grandpa and grandma down southern near Kosovo, border with Kosovo. I think you heard of it.
I've heard of it. Rings a
Uh,
bell. Yep.
yeah, it's I'd say a part of it. It's not definited. For us, it's a part of Serbia, but let's not get in those
Sure, sure.
yeah political stuff. So it's near there. It's called Medveđa, and there's a village that my grandpa has where he keeps his sheeps.
Okay.
It's up in the mountains, but once you get up in the mountain, it's flat there, and it has it's open area, and you can feed your animals freely.
Okay, okay.
So one day we were coming from the top down with our jeep. It's Lada, if you heard of it.
I haven't. No.
Uh,
Type of car?
yeah, it's a Russian car, Lada.
Okay.
It's Jeep 4x4,
Sure, sure.
the white one. So when we go up to the left side, we made the big area cleaned where we chop down the trees, 'cause it has a lot of trees there.
Okay.
So we chopped down the trees for ourselves to get warm. When I was little, that was when I was little.
How old were you?
I was how old was I think 8, 7.
Okay. So you were quite small, yeah.
Yeah, I was quite small. And when we went down to that side where it was cleared, no trees, I saw a pack of wolves. And I swear on God, I looked a snow white wolf right in his eye. I swear on God. Snow white wolf from the whole pack. Snow white wolf staring right in his eyes.
My days.
I swear. There were
Whoa.
gray ones. The white one, I think was the alpha. It was a little bit bigger than others. There were two black ones, gray, and that white one. I
Oh
looked
my
them
goodness.
straight in the damn face. I did get scared, but that's the moment my heart starts rumbling around when I remembered that.
Dude, you've given me, like, shivers down my
Goosebumps.
spine. Honestly. Wow. So,
I swear,
oh
it
my
was
goodness.
the feeling that I will never ever forget, not even when I die. Also, one more thing. Uh, when you go, there's where he has a house. To the right side, it goes like a slope. It goes a little bit down, and down there he has apple trees. And it's like an open field where we cut grass.
Yeah.
I remember, because when you go down there and all the way down, 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 it's like at least a kilometer down there.
Yeah, yeah.
From the forest, it's an open area.
Okay.
I think it was near the night. It wasn't quite night, but it wasn't quite a day. Maybe I don't know how to translate it, but it wasn't quite the night and it wasn't quite the day.
Okay. So like
I
dawn
remember, yeah, like a dawn,
or dusk, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, sure.
I think I was 9 that time.
Yeah.
It happened after the one. I on that sledge, I sat near that sledge that goes down.
Mm,
It was really steep. It was you could have climbed it,
mm,
but
mm.
it's you when you look, it's like open. You can see top of the trees, forest, and that one open area.
Yeah.
Like a kilometer away, I saw another group of wolves,
Really?
and I sat there and watched them. Let's say for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I sat there and watched them. My heart is beating right now so fast.
Wow. That
I
is
remember
unreal.
watching them for at least 3 minutes, and they took off in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when my grandpa came and asked me what I was doing, and when I told him that he yelled at me and said, "Get in the house."
Really?
Yes, get in the house right now. So I got in
Wow.
the house and nothing happened. But I have some more stories. Uh,
Before you,
yeah.
honestly, I'm so excited. Like hearing these stories. Um, I bet people must think you're quite literally the boy who cried wolf. But
Well,
so do some
yeah.
people not believe you?
Uh, People do believe me.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of people that I met and that I know, they're from the same region that my grandpa and
Mm,
grandma
mm.
are. They do believe me because some of them also seen them.
Yeah.
You can when you go up there and that you can see them
Mm.
literally. You can stumble across them, but you don't want to encounter them. That's
What do you
not
think they could
really.
do to you if they decided?
They would tear you apart.
Really?
Yeah, they won't hesitate. They just no.
So what made the wolves you encountered change their mind not to pursue you when they locked eyes?
We were going down the. You mean the when I was 8
Yeah,
in the car?
the first thing. Oh, you were in the car, were you?
Yeah, yeah. I told you I was
Oh,
in a four
forgive
by
me.
four.
Oh, of course. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We went down the road and just I was in the back seat and I just looked him straight in the eyes.
Whoa.
It was a big white wolf.
So do you think if you were trekking on foot and you encountered them, that they'd go for you?
Yes, 100%.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Wow. Because what's really interesting is a lot of people, especially from America, will say wolves aren't really the problem, it's grizzly bears you got to watch out for, that kind of thing. They'll say,
In
oh,
here,
wolves are pretty scared. In Serbia, is that different?
uh, bears are protected animals. If you you're more likely to get off with a murdering a person than murdering a bear.
Really?
It's a bigger sentence to murder a bear than a person.
You're
Trust me.
joking.
No, I'm not joking.
Wow.
They're, let's say, endangered species. They're protected. You better, if you see a bear, he better kill you than you to kill him. Trust me.
My
And I'm
goodness.
not even joking.
Wow.
Yes,
Uh,
it's
so are bears more dangerous than wolves in Serbia?
we have brown bears and
Okay.
grizzly bears.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we have black bears. I never encountered a bear.
Mm.
I never did, but from people that I heard of, they only saw them running off and not encountered them, you know. But they say they were quite big,
Yeah.
and most of them are tracked. They have
Okay. Yeah, tags on
a
them.
tracker on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're up in Tara mountain,
Mm.
the most of them, and there's like more than 200 of them
Whoa.
on that one mountain.
So you don't want to camp in that forest?
No, no. Alone and in the wilderness, no. But it's not like Zlatibor is more populated,
Mm.
but Tara is more rural. and it's good for hiking. I
Mm,
really love hiking, and I went with my family. And
mm.
you'll find a lot of signs that says keep an eye out for bear encounters. Don't walk this path. There are bears and
Wow.
signs like that.
So you could quite literally encounter a bear while you're walking
Yeah,
through the woods. It would try to
in
attack you, and if you shot it, then you'd go to prison or something like that.
yeah, you'll have a sentence.
Whoa.
And you're gonna have a big amount of money.
Like a big fine. Wow. Goodness me.
Yes.
But
Yes.
sorry,
So
I interrupted you a while back. You said you had another story.
yes. We had Sharpaninac, which is a dog. You can look it up.
Okay.
Uh, it's a dog that can literally fight a bear.
Seriously.
And I'm not kidding. That dog would fight a bear, and he won't hesitate to go after a bear.
Wow. So that
He won't.
this dog must be massive, right?
Once they're on their back legs, they can go over 2 and something meters, over 2 meters on their back
Bigger
legs.
than wolves, right?
Yes, they
Whoa.
can fight. At least 3 wolves at the same time, 2 to 3 wolves at the same time.
That is
Because I
insane.
know we had a dog named Betty.
Mm.
Uh, she was a girl, but she was massive, massive. Betty and Marko,
Mm.
two Sharponians,
Yeah.
and Betty was mainly in a box with children, uh, but Marco is more of a sheep protector.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
one night, I remember, one night something happened, and I saw my grandpa running out with a shotgun,
Mm.
just shooting in the air. You're gonna get amazed at this. I also swear on God, this happened
I'm ready.
in the middle of the night, shooting in the sky because of wolves.
Mm.
They went inside of the cabin where the not the cabin where the sheeps were.
Like the barn?
Yeah, the barn. He went in. The wolves were gone. 2 sheep's dead. Marco was not there.
What
Marco
happened?
was not there.
So hold on. So the wolves went into the barn.
Yes,
The
and
sheep were
Marco,
dead or gone?
dead right there. They sliced their throats.
Whoa. And then your dogs were
Marco,
gone as well?
yeah, Marco, the huge dog.
Mm.
It was huge, over 80 kilo. Not 80 kilo, way more. I think. Massive dog. You can say it's a bear, basically like a bear.
Whoa.
Uh, he was gone. And in the morning, I woke up. I think it was like 10 a.m. I woke up, and they bring um, 2 dead wolves and Marco dead, with a tractor on like a carriage, something like that. He chased them the whole night.
Really?
I swear.
And he killed them both, but he didn't make it?
They didn't make it. They got him.
That's tragic. What a hero, though. Wow,
Those
2 wolves.
those are the dogs that won't stop. You can go on YouTube and you can find like Traponinac versus Wolf.
Yeah, yeah.
You can seeing him killing the wolves.
Whoa.
You know, they won't hesitate on. They won't hesitate on attacking them.
Wow. Oh my
They
goodness.
they're huge.
Yeah.
They can bigger than a person.
Wow. So was your granddad? you guys must have been really. How were you feeling?
I was sad,
Mm,
but my grandpa honored him because he knew the dog did his job
mm,
that he was supposed to,
mm.
and he treated him. He buried him behind the house, and yeah, it's one of things I don't like much talking about, but
Mm, mm.
yeah, it's honor for him what he
Yeah,
did.
absolutely. That's a beautiful
And
thing.
that's not the only thing. We had more dogs that got killed by wolves.
Really,
They
more.
did not kill the wolves, but wolves killed them.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
to
must have put up
protect.
one heck of a fight.
Yes, he was. His throat was cut, and his body and his fur. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, it's really a thing.
that's incredible. That is incredible.
Hmm. So wolves are big thing.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Um, they are, and I told you they won't hesitate on attacking anyone, basically anyone.
Wow. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm lost for words.
Mhm.
It's amazing
Yeah,
how, because I genuinely thought that wolves were this timid creature that would run away at the sight of danger, but it sounds like the wolves in Europe and Serbia are a different breed.
they tend to attack. Yeah, they go at night in the barn, take the sheep,
Yeah.
or eat them right there, or take them in the woods, and they won't stop until they get full.
Mm,
They just come back every night. That's why my grandpa had a gun.
of course.
And what is ironical that the place
Mm,
Medvedja
mm.
means like Medved is a bear in Serbian.
Okay.
So Medvedja is like we can say like a place of bears, but there's no bears there, only wolves and a lot of wolves.
Yeah. That is ironic. Huh.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, no.
I
I'm just
see you're
trying to.
out of words.
Yeah, I'm trying to process that incredible story. And you must. Did you say you kind of keep that story to yourself a little bit, not really tell many people?
Yeah, a few people know about it. I mean, all the people from a village
Mm,
up there know about it
yeah.
to this day.
Mm,
But once I'm over here, I did not tell them many people. I don't like to bring that up.
sure.
You know, it's a good story, but in
It's an
honor of a
emotional
dog.
story, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, he
dogs are
chased
some of your
them.
best friends, aren't they?
He chased them the whole night. He did
Wow.
not stop until they got him.
Wow. So
It's just the dog.
yeah. How far away did they find?
I'm not sure. I think a few kilometers away.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I told you it's a dog that can literally fight a bear.
Yeah. Whoa. Well, that
It's
is
it's
that's an
quite a
incredible
story.
story. Yeah, incredible. Um. Well,
Yes,
unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. But I thought, you know,
my pleasure.
it was I can't express how grateful I am that you've come on the podcast, and I would absolutely love to have you back in the future.
I would love to come back. I might share some more stories with you.
Givi,
Maybe
I would love to. I'd love to hear them.
I would love to tell it to you. You sounded like a pretty cool guy
Oh, I
to talk.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Those have been some incredible stories. And, you know, the whole point of this podcast is for people like you, really. People who have
Mhm.
got incredible stories, but, you know, you can't tell many
Yeah.
people. And, you know, not that you'd want to brag and tell loads of people, but there are some stories that in a confined space like this podcast, you know, it's cozy and it's enjoyable to sit and chat and talk about them. So I'm really
Just chilling.
grateful. Absolutely. I'm
I
grateful.
might, if I can, I'll bring my brother here. He got dragged by a barracuda into the sea.
No.
Yes,
Seriously.
one of his stories. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Don't tell me anything else. We'll get your brother on as well, and all three of us will have a chat, and that will
If I
be
can, he does not live in this city. He lives totally in a different city. If I can get him,
okay. Let
uh,
me know. Let me know as soon as he's around. We'll do it.
I will.